Hey, it's Larry. Welcome to Real Hi-Fi Health. So, I'm temporarily back after having been away for a couple of years. And yeah, I've got a couple of things to announce, some things I want to share my thoughts on. I'm going to make a couple of videos probably in the next couple of weeks. In one of those videos, I'm probably going to, or at least now I'm going to announce that I'm going to give free consultations until the 31st of December 2025. So if you guys want a free consultation, just send me an email and I'll give you a quick one just so you have a boost on your sound performance. It won't cost you anything, but I do hope that you will, you know, get back to me in the future and remember the good advice that I gave you, the increased performance, and that you will send some business my way. So, why am I doing this? Well, I'm doing it for several reasons. The main reason being that there are a lot of wars in this world. There are a lot of people in this community that simply don't support the stores anymore. They don't support the brands. They just buy a lot of HiFi gear online, and I just feel that the whole hobby is just really falling apart. Especially since I left saying goodbye on my channel, and I just feel really bad because I know that there are a lot of pretty decent brands out there, and I want to, in the next couple of videos that I make, I want to show you the couple of things that I bought. I bought basically the best Denon CD player ever. CD player DAC. Fantastic unit. There it is. I'll go into detail in another video. Here I also have the best Luxman CD player DAC. It is modified by basically the best guy in the industry who's now retired. I also got a hold of this old thing here. Maybe you can see it. Audionote DAC 3 from 1995. That is fully modified. Sounds a hell of a lot better, at least twice as good compared to the original version. Improved with original Audionote parts by basically the best guy in the industry who does these upgrades. And no, you can't get a hold of him. He's retired, yada, 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 yada. So I want to talk about that. I want to also talk about my auto amp stuff that I've been realizing the past 2 years' time since I left the channel. And I want to talk about some really special cables that I now own that have really transformed my Audionote sound. And I'll reveal some deep tricks to how you improve the sound as you go along, trying to improve your whole Audionote setup. And of course, as you can see, the giant CD player here, that's an Audionote CDT4, which took me forever to get a hold of. The absolute best CD player I have ever owned in my life, and I believe that this is most likely the third best CD player in the world. That is amazing. I'm going to dedicate a video to that one alone, and I'm really surprised that I think it kind of shows you how corrupt the whole industry is. That the third best CD player on the market, that's basically not, it hasn't really been covered on YouTube. At least I can't find a proper review on YouTube, which kind of makes you wonder, like, who is controlling all of these reviews? Yeah. Why don't they mention the third best CD player in the world, the Audionote CD player? This is not the current 4.1x balanced or whatever it's called with the wooden drive. It's the previous one. Before that, I think they stopped producing these about 5 years ago. That I'm going to cover into detail and explain to people what goes on having the best, basically one of the best CD players ever, what it does to the sound, explaining the difference between 16-bit and 24-bit, what I'm hearing, because it's taken me a while to fully figure out why it is so good and what it takes to fully unlock the sound. And I will also go into detail about these certain plugs that I have here. Echo plugs. These are basically, I would say that they're basically the best RCA plugs that I've ever heard. Yes, I used to think that the AudioNote A&P plugs were the best ones. And yes, they still are probably the second best one in the entire industry. But I think that these Echo plugs, where you attach the cable directly to the pin of the RCA plug, that does such a big thing to the sound. It really elevates the whole sound to a whole other level. And I want to talk to you guys about that, how it has transformed my sound together with the CD player on the AudioNote amplifier that I have. Now, of course, I'll also get into the sound of my 300B amp, which I have for sale. I would say one of the 10 best 300B amplifiers in the world. Then, of course, I don't just have a regular Technics CD player, streamer, DAC. I have the best one, and the reason why it's the best is because it has the old best chip inside, and it's fully modified by a guy I know. Fantastic CD player. Not really close to the AudioNote sound, but fantastic for the price. Really, really good for the price. And again, the best Denon amplifier, I believe, that exists. Not the most powerful one, but if you want the best signature, I would say that this one is the best one. It's the Japanese version of the, I can't remember what it's called, PMA QSA1 or something like that. The Japanese version that I can use in EU with EU power supplies. So that is one of a kind. That is really, really close to the AudioNote sound. I'm gonna get into details about that. That's, by the way, also for sale on my blog. So yeah, check out my blog. I will put some links into the blog so you guys can check it all out. I will get into detail a bit later, but let me just go over to here my PC and just show you that like 5 months ago I made this channel called Free HiFi Consultation. And yeah, as you can see, I haven't really gotten any views, only 8 views. I'm surprised that people haven't found this channel, but this is me going into the nerdy territory of what's on my blog, the Real Hi-Fi Help blog. Check that out. That's basically all the secrets that you need in order to increase the performance of your sound. As you can see, this is my temporary room. I know a lot of people are going to criticize that. Oh, Larry, it's on the floor. How can you do that? You talk about sound quality and it's going to be all vibrating and shit like that. Come on. This is a temporary room. Later on, I'll have a decent piece of furniture, and then we can, of course, increase the sound in whatever way that turns out to be. So I'm just saying, this is what I do here and now in order to create sound. It's still a decent room, not a a perfect room, a bit messy, but I've been able to isolate the speaker, having them into the corner here and there. Yeah, you've got the slanted wall, not ideal. I also cover that in my blog, how it affects the sound. But I mean, let's get into detail about that later in some other video. So I just wanted to say that, yeah, I'm back. And I want to cover a couple of topics. So I don't know if it's going to turn out into 5 videos, 25, 50 videos, and then I'll stop again. I have no clue. I just have some things to sort of get off my heart to tell people about this fantastic hobby, this hidden world of high quality sound detail, which you just don't seem to get close to with a lot of all the other channels on the internet. Don't get me wrong, they do a lot of stuff in order to, you know, take hi-fi out of non-existence, but the really deep nerdy stuff that people need to know in order to get like 10 levels of improved sound, I don't feel that any channel really covers it, and that's why I've created my channel, Real Hi-Fi Help, where you can see a lot of free videos, and there's a free blog. So check out that. My books are also for free. So yeah, I'm back, and I'm here to help people. Send me your system on an email. I'll try and get around to looking at it. It won't be a full in-depth consultation that will take me like a day to deal with. A lot of people will get in touch with me. It will sort of overwhelm me, even though I've got a lot of stuff going on in my life. But I'm just saying, send me an email. I'll try and help you with your system. Doesn't matter what brand you have. I'll help anybody with anything to give them some quick, good results with this system. So yeah, this is me logging out. I hope you guys enjoyed this video.